Denver. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Love now. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action. Love to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw now. Here's Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Love. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Davis-Price will try to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. In the end zone, it's a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
From the 40 now on second down. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field.
Well, they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party.
This third down just got even more difficult. Third down at 15 after the false start. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Here's Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. The good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
A toss left, Mixon, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Here's Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jalen Phillips has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. After one, it's 9-0. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Davis Price on 1st and 10. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Schwartz. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this off... There he goes, left side! And all the way in. Touchdown, New York! Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give this to Davis Price running right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First down, and they go right back to Davis Price.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action this time with Love.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Love.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Now they will run it with Davis Price.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7.
Love. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Going for it, here's Davis Price.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Jordan Love with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half. That support by Lega is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Rodgers now on first down.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Rodgers. They'll set up the screen here to mix him.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers to throw once more. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete to Freiermuth. And they move this all the way down to the 9. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now the pressure gets there and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Garabay's kick is good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we're at halftime here. And message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Rodgers again now. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. Garabay's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. Second down, here's Davis Price. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Off the play fake, Love. He gets this one to Davis Price. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down. Love. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is now 24. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by K.J. Hamler. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. But now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second, no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Love looking to throw it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Welcome back now to Denver. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he is
zone for a Denver touchdown. Jordan Love, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by
was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
They go again with Huntley.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
On the run, it's Huntley.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
Out is Chris Nagar now to try the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Nagar's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Rodgers now on first down.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. This is Mixon on the draw. Dances by him.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Pickens.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A draw play for Mixon. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught on the slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Rodgers going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2 and it brings up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
Garibay's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So the Broncos coming out now.
And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game.
And they take a knee.
Let's go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
And they will take a knee here. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals